What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land? It's Retro Gamer John here. I never thought I'd make a pickups video of like retro games, but I got, over the past probably 2 weeks, I've accumulated at least 20 games. I'm just going to show you some of the highlights that I got. Most of them were 64 games because I found a guy at a thrift store. Well, it's not a thrift store, it's an indoor flea market. That was selling them all for about $1 a piece, except for a couple, so figured what the hell, I'll make one and throw my hat into the ring. I'm going to start off with some of the newer stuff, I guess, and I actually bought a game that I've been looking for the longest time that I finally got, complete in box, everything. It's on the Sega Genesis. It's an awesome ninja game, actually, if you can think about it. The first one I got, I've played before. Most of the games I'm going to show you, the next two at least, I've had. I just don't know where they went. The first one is Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind on the Xbox. This is a great game with Skyrim that just came out. I was pretty stoked about this game. I played this game when it first came out. I was addicted. I can remember actually the day it came out. I was in, oh crap, I was probably in like 8th grade or something. No, probably not 8th grade. I can't remember which grade I was in. Anyway, I was in school, and the day it came out, I just skipped class the next day, and I was like, fuck it, I'm staying home playing Morrowind. And my friends ratted me out the next day, too. Yeah, bastards. The next one is SSX 3. This is my favorite SSX game. I think they got everything right in this game, the trick system, everything. It's amazing. I even like this more than Tricky. It's a fantastic game. If you haven't tried this one, give it a try. It's pretty awesome. The one that came after this, what is it? On Tour, I think it's what it's called. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, I thought the skiing aspect of it was kind of cool, but okay. The next Xbox game I'm actually proud to have in my collection because now I have the first one and now I have the second one. And my dog's acting like a crazy person. Anyway, and that's Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. In this game, I really, where I'm from, I don't see it a whole lot, and I found it, and when I do see it, it's always like $45-50. I'm like, kiss it, dude, I ain't paying that. And I actually found it for less than that, so that's pretty impressed. I found it for $5 at the same thrift store. Actually, these Xbox games and the next couple games were at a thrift store. For cheap. Let's do the N64 titles because they're crazy and they're about to fall over. First one, behind the price tag, 1080 snowboarding, like SSX3. It's not like SSX3. This is more like simulation to me. It's not as crazy with, you know, over the top stuff. Not that big of a fan. It got recommended to me, so I figured, what the hell. Yoshi's Story. This game's awesome. It's a 2D platformer. You get to play as all these little Yoshis and just beat the crap out of stuff and eat your vegetables. Some people like it, some people don't. I thought I was going to hate it, and honestly, I played for a little bit with my friend here, and I'm like, this game is stupid. Fuck this. So then I plugged in something else, and then he laughed, and I'm like, fuck, I need to play Yoshi's Story again. So I started playing it again. So, yeah. A game that I didn't play when I was a younger kid, Banjo-Tooie. I played the first one when I was a kid and beat it all the way. This one I've never played up until now, and actually it's really fun. I think when this came out, when did this come out? Oh, it doesn't sound a stupid thing. It says 97, but I don't think that's it. Anyway, when this came out, I think that's when I started playing the PlayStation. I think, but, you know, Rareware is the most beast publisher ever, or I'm sorry, developer, so, yeah. Game's awesome. Pokemon Stadium 1, and, how do you press tag? Pokemon Stadium 2. You can probably still see it, can't you? No, you can't. Ha ha ha. And Pokemon Stadium 2, which, when I saw this in the case, it was sitting flat, you know, like on a table like that, so I thought it was like an all-gold card. Actually, it's like two-tone paint job. They're both fun. I liked Pokemon when I was a kid. What kid didn't like Pokemon when they were a kid? Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever you were into. The game, GoldenEye sequel, I guess you could call it. The World's Not Enough. I really like this game. This game is really, really fun. If you haven't played this, but you've played GoldenEye, I would recommend picking this up. The multiplayer to me is a hell of a lot more intense with your friends. It's really fun. It's really fun. And proximity mines, actually any mine in this game is just a bitch. You can blow people up. It's ridiculous. Okay. On my 2 Super Nintendo pickups, I got Raid and Tread. I wanted to get this on the Sega Genesis, and I've been looking for it for a while, but I saw it for like, I think I paid like $1 for it at the same thrift store that I bought all this crap at. And I was like, I'm gonna buy it. The reason why I wanted it on the Sega Genesis was because I have like an arcade stick, you know what I'm talking about, for it. And actually, this is like best shmup I've ever played in my entire life. It's really fun, really addicting, even with the Super Nintendo controllers. And I'm not a big fan of Super Nintendo controllers because I have monster hands. Really fun, actually. If you haven't played this and you're into shmups, give it a try. Though if you're into shmups, like what person that likes shmups has never played a rhythm game? Next one, a lot of people didn't like, and I usually go for the underdog games. And this one, I knew it was going to be bad when I looked at it. And it's made by LGN. And that's, I never get this title right. Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge. There it is. It's weird. The first level is weird because you have to play as Spider-Man, and I hate the first level in this game. But after you beat that first level, you can pick between anybody, and I think Storm is probably the funnest to play as in this game. It's really cool. I'm not going to say it's really cool, but if you're like a nerd like I am into comic books and shit, you might like it. I'd say give it a try. Alright, my 3 NES pickups, which are more my Mario hat, which is sad because I'm not even a fucking NES buff. I like Sega a lot, but I'm not hating. I got Fax Xanadu. I liked it because what it said on the cover, it says daggers in the wing boots, mantras and monsters await you. So it sounded cool, like a really badass RPG, right? You would think with that. And the cool cover art. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm recording this on my phone, so it could be just, it's kind of weird at first. I actually had to use walkthrough because I had no idea what the hell to do. Once you get past the beginning of it, once you get about 30 minutes into it and you get a weapon and armor and shit, it's kind of cool. Really cool game. Actually, it kind of reminded me, and I'm going to get shit for this, but it reminded me of, oh shit, The Legend of Zelda 2 on the NES. You know, the side-scrolling style. It's kind of like that. Not really at all. Another good shmup on the NES that is an arcade port that actually I think did this justice because I played this game originally in the arcade and I didn't know they had it on the NES. I was like, what in the hell? I gotta buy that. And that would be Xevious. This game is fantastic. It's amazing. It really is one of the cooler games I've played. Shit blows up real good in that game. And the next game I bought because it was made by Taito, and I usually like Taito games, or Taito, I don't know. It's called Operation Wolf, and it says Take No Prisoners on it. So I'm thinking when I buy this with that cover art, I'm thinking it's going to be a Contra clone. No, not at all. Actually, it's a light gun game, and my light gun's fucked up, so woohoo! Badass, right? And all 3 of those games I paid $1 a piece for. Same with the Super Nintendo games, actually. Spider-Man and X-Men, I think I paid like 50 cents. Alright, on to the good stuff, the Sega Genesis. I got Eternal Champions, which is a fighting game. Honestly, I don't like this game at all. It's supposed to be like superhero fighting, I guess. Any of you that have played X-Men, Mutant Academy, the fighting game, picture that just way, way bad. Like, it's horrible. And I like X-Men Mutant Academy. That was my favorite X-Men game on the PlayStation. Actually, it's one of my favorite X-Men games besides arcade. This game's horrible. I picked it up for like 50 cents. I would not recommend this to anybody, and I would not wish this on my worst enemy. I mean, if you can find it for like $2, go for it, but I told you it was shitty, so I don't even try shit. The game I've been looking for, and I only found it loose, which sucks, because, especially with Sega Genesis games, who the fuck throws away the plastic cases? Really? Really, you throw away the plastic cases, you throw away a clamshell case, it's ridiculous. I can understand throwing away an NES box or a Super NES box because they're made out of freaking cardboard. But who throws away a plastic box? You're an idiot if you did that. Anyway, that Zombies Ate My Neighbor. Great game. Me and my friends, when I first bought this, actually when I bought all these games, we were just going to play them. And we played this first, and we're like, okay, we'll play 15 minutes intervals, and we'll switch games every 15 minutes. And we played this for like 2.5 hours. It was it sounds really bad, but it was really, really addicting. Really cool game. I totally recommend it. The spiritual sequel, I think, is called Ghouls and Goblins. I don't have that, and it's made by Konami, so Konami. Can't go wrong with Konami. Really good game. I would ask people to play this game. This game kicks ass. It's really fun. One of my favorite games on the Sega Genesis, and honestly the only reason I bought it is because I have Sega Ultimate Collection or whatever on my 360, and that is Vector Man, and I love Vector Man. Vector Man is amazing. You're a man made of orbs shooting shit with your hand, and I'd call them bubbles, but it's not bubbles. Yeah. This game's actually really fun. I picked this up for, I think, $1. Actually, all these Sega Genesis games I bought at a friend's shop in Kansas City. So, really addicting game. Really cool. Very fun. You can turn into, like, a drill thing in a car. It's beast. Really cool. Okay. The game I've been looking for the longest time, and no, this is not the case. The case it came in was just broken to shit, so I was like, fuck it. And the only thing I don't like about the copy that I got is that the artwork on the front is so sun-damaged, it is freaking ridiculous. I don't know why it got this bad. Like, you can't even see the damn rating on it, and you can probably see it now. And that is Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master. And it is, there's the manual that looks like shit. And, wow. There's the cart that actually is really, really in good condition. I've seen this game fetch anywhere, especially complete in box. I've seen it fetch anywhere from like 25 to almost $40. I think I paid like $5 for this. and this game is insanely addicting, insanely beautiful. All the animations are just fantastic, and I love Shinobi. So this game was badass. Anyway, guys, that is my pickups over the past 4 weeks. Well, past couple weeks, I'm going to say. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to my channel, Retro Gamer John. You know, comment, tell me what you think. And, actually, I'm going to ask a question of anybody. Anybody that's played Shinobi 3, tell me what you think. Because I really like this game. Tell me what you think. Oh, and well, I have one more game. And if you play Yoshi Story, tell me what you think. Because I actually think this is a really fun, innovative platformer. My friend thinks it's really kiddie, but I think it's actually really, really cool. So, if you've played those two games, Shinobi 3 and Yoshi Story on the N64, except Shinobi 3 is on the Genesis, tell me what you think, because I think these games are fun and addicting. Yoshi Story, I think, is a classic. A lot of people don't know about that game. Anyway, you guys, this is Retro Gamer John, signing off. Game on, my